Hello to all of our lovely viewers. We are here at the Margarita Hall in Rome, Italy on this fine day in December 1921. We are here to check in on reports of a riot that has occurred as a result of the Futurist Serata, an exhibition event of futurist art taking place here tonight. Let's make our way inside right now and see if we can get some first-hand accounts of what went down at this so-called riot. You there, sir, in the audience. Yes, you. Would you be able to tell us anything about this art exhibit and the following riot? I'd hardly call it an art exhibit. What these futurists have shown us is an affront to God. As for the riot, the only thing I regret about it is that I didn't get to punch enough futurists while it was happening. Well, those are certainly some bold statements, sir. What exactly do you dislike so much about these futurist pieces? Well, first of all, they're trying to make everything too modern. They have no respect for traditional art styles. They go out of their way to make pieces abrasive and unconventional, and I super do not vibe with the fascistic ideas that they're spearheading. I hear your critiques. Would you mind telling me some more about the riot that occurred? Not much to tell, really. The futurists made their horrible, horrible art, and we, the audience, responded justly with our fists and our rotten fruits. It's all their fault. If the futurists didn't want us to riot, they shouldn't have made such aggravating pieces of art. Sounds like it. Sir, I'll let you go after this, but please let me know one specific piece of art you experienced that caused you to react the way you did. Sure, but I'm still not on board with calling it art. I remember the piece that did it for me that turned my lovely rotten pocket tomato into a lovely rotten flying through the air tomato was that damn speeding train painting. I hate having to see industrialism peer its way through art, and even if I didn't, that thing doesn't look like a train at all. It was just a mess of shapes that can only be described as a madman's interpretation of a train. Well, thank you, sir. That'll be all for today. Bite me. Truly, some tense emotions on display there. What I would like to do now is take us backstage, where hopefully we may interview some of the participants in this futurist serata and ask what they think about this whole ordeal. Why, that's one of the dancers from the performance. Let's go see what they have to say about this. Excuse me, sir. Would you mind telling me a bit about your performance tonight and also how you feel about the riot? Ugh, where do I begin? These futurists are complete hacks. The dance moves they have us do are completely erratic. We utilize none of the primary positions in ballet, and the music we must dance to is off-putting and nothing anyone should ever be dancing to. If you ask me, this riot was all the futurists' fault. They know exactly what the crowd's reaction is going to be to their art, but they still put us performers in harm's way just so they can send their message. So it seems like you're not very happy with these futurists. Not at all. If I didn't need this work, you would never see me taking it. Ain't that the truth? Well, just to wrap up, is there any specific aspect of your performance with the futurist that caused you the most grief? Oh, absolutely. The worst part of that whole futurist show is the costumes they made us dancers wear. They're massive, blocky, make us look ugly, and their lack of grace is a disgrace. Cut that out. We don't do wordplay here. Yes, yes, very ugly costumes indeed. Thank you for your time. Bite me. Well, that was just as insightful as it was hostile. Moving on, however, I'm hoping we can grab just one more perspective from this jarring event. I'm going to take us backstage and try to meet someone else with a performer's testament on what just went down and why. Well, you might not believe it, but we've actually been able to find one of the musicians who performed tonight at the Serata. Sir, would you mind telling me some about what you do here and how futurist music differs from what you're used to? Why, sure. I'm one of the musicians here, and I'm responsible for playing the intono rumore in our futurist symphony. I would say that the two most striking differences between futurist music and typical music is in the instruments the futurists have us play and the musical sounds that we actually make. For instance, the intono rumore that I play is nothing like any other instrument you've seen. It's played by spinning a wheel inside of it, which then rattles or bows the strings inside, and the drum in front causes sound to resonate acoustically, while the handle on top of it allows me to adjust the tension of the strings. The sound produced by this is truly quite unique, a cacophony of abrasion to the ears, and with the sounds of other intono rumores being played in simul, it creates a truly brash and dissonant soundscape that really makes a mess of the ears. You sound incredibly enthusiastic towards what you're describing seemingly negatively. Well, it is odd, but I love what the futurists are doing. Challenging expectations of what art should be, embracing the future by utilizing modern stylings, and doing all of this knowing you'll be hated for it is so brilliant and bold. Well, it's nice to hear that someone is enjoying these futurists for a change. Would you tell me what you think about the riot? It was a shame to see the audience resorting to savagery and barbarism just because they can't grapple with the changing times. Though I blame them for escalating the situation, truly the riot pleases me. I can't help but think this is exactly what the futurists thought would happen, and so in the audience attempt at resisting futurism, they actually played right into it. Well, thank you, sir, for this cheery take on these events. Well, there you have it, folks. The spectacle and ensuing chaos that took place here at Margarita Hall was certainly a multifaceted event that was open to many criticisms. I hope we all learned a lot about the ideas behind and characteristics of futurist art. Hey, one more thing. What? Bite me.
That's all, folks.